Results are still coming in from the midterm elections yesterday. More about the results.
Voting was delayed yesterday in one Illinois county. More about the threat to voters.
A suspect was arrested in the Delphi murder case, what the suspect is asking for.
And last month, Hurricane Ian hit the west coast of Florida. Now another hurricane threatens the eastern coast.
We got 1 day left of warmer temperatures, then we have major changes on the way. I have all that in my full forecast.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching Newslink, Indiana.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alana Gaither.
And I'm Catherine Segal. All the votes have been cast, but today the political landscape in Washington remains unclear.
While overall midterm election results may not be known for hours or even days, candidates from both parties are still celebrating historic victories. Karen Kaifa is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
The battle for control of Congress is coming down to just a handful of critical races. Democrats garnering enough victories across the country to stave off Republicans' pursuit of a red wave, but with several races still too close to call, both parties now clinging to hopes of winning narrow majorities in both chambers. A key win for Democrats.
I'll be the next U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania.
As Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman defeated Trump-endorsed Dr. Mehmet Oz to flip the formerly Republican-held Senate seat, giving Democrats a much-needed opportunity to maintain control of the upper chamber. The GOP also falling short on Senate races in New Hampshire and Colorado, but taking key victories in Florida, North Carolina, and Ohio, where Republican J.D. Vance defeated Democratic Senate candidate Tim Ryan.
I will never forget where I came from, and I will never forget the great people of Ohio. Thank you for this honor to serve you. I'll fight for you every day.
Control of the House, too, remains uncertain. Republicans, who expected to benefit from high inflation and historical trends, have not seen all of their anticipated victories materialize. However, GOP momentum in the closing stretch has prepared the White House for potentially governing in a divided Washington.
It is clear that we are going to take the House back.
But tight races in Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, and Georgia could take days, if not weeks, to be decided, leaving the balance of power in Washington up in the air. On Capitol Hill, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Since the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade earlier this year, abortion rights have been a big issue for voters. In at least 3 states, including Michigan, California, and Vermont, abortion rights were protected. It's still too early to tell what will happen with abortion rights in Kentucky and Montana. Voters in Kentucky considered an amendment that doesn't protect a woman's ability to terminate a pregnancy. Meanwhile, Montana residents considered a referendum that imposes criminal penalties to healthcare providers who perform an abortion.
Authorities in one Illinois county say a suspected cyber attack delayed voting for some people yesterday morning. A county clerk in Champaign, Illinois, said someone gained access to the election website, which caused a brief delay in accessing voter information. The issue was resolved quickly and did not impact voting. It's still unclear who may be responsible. Election officials say their security team has fended off attacks over their past month, but say the attempts have not affected people's ability to vote.
Determination is everything. And when you want to be a product of change, you have to first be a change. I believe that if I'd have walked out, I'd have served no purpose. I don't know if the lines were that way to discourage us from voting or to just make us say, forget it, I'll come back later and miss our opportunity to vote.
The suspect in the Delphi murder case is asking for a public defender. Richard Allen recently wrote a letter to Carroll Circuit Court requesting a public defender be assigned to his case. He initially stated he would hire a private attorney, but says he didn't realize how expensive that would be. Allen is facing 2 counts of murder for the killing of 2 girls back in 2017. Indiana State Police announced Allen's arrest last month after a 5.5-year nationwide search.
The governor of Florida declared a state of emergency as Tropical Storm Nicole makes its way to eastern Florida. A total of 45 Florida counties are under a state of emergency. Officials in West Palm Beach made it clear that evacuations are something people need to take seriously.
Mandatory evacuations of zones A and B right now. In the city, that is, there's 1 trailer park and several areas along Flagler Drive. If you go to Discover Palm Beach County, the discoverpbc.gov, you will find the list of zones there.
Nicole is expected to strike the east coast of Florida as a hurricane early tomorrow morning. It's expected to deliver heavy rain, damaging winds, and possibly tornadoes to some areas still recovering from Hurricane Ian. Now let's go ahead and take a first look at weather.
Well, I hope you all enjoy flip-flops and shorts because guess what? This weekend you're going to be exchanging that for a coat and a hat. More on that in my full forecast. But look at these temperatures right now. 63 degrees in Muncie, 60 degrees in Indianapolis, and 57 degrees in Bloomington at this hour. That's much warmer than what we've seen at this time 24 hours ago, where we're seeing temperatures 15 to 20 degrees warmer than where we were 24 hours ago. These temperatures are not going to move very much as we go throughout the night because of those southwest winds. I have all that coming up in my full forecast. Back to you all at the desk.
Thank you, Ryan. Many resources are available in Muncie for those in need and looking for help, but sometimes it can be difficult to know where to look.
A resource center was hosted today in downtown Muncie to spread awareness of free programs in the area. Newslink Indiana's Avery Johnson is live in the studio to tell us more.
Thank you, Catherine and Alana. The Community Resource Fair is a free event hosted by Commonwealth Church located in downtown Muncie. It's meant to provide addiction, health, financial, and legal resources to help those in need get back up on their feet. I spoke with the region coordinator, Chris Ray, to find out what these services are and how they benefit the community.
The impact is if we can help one individual, we've helped the world, and every single person's significant differences and barriers are important to them, and we need to make sure that we're meeting every individual's need.
I was also able to speak with staff and members of the Recovery Cafe, which is a local program that helps those seeking recovery. Communications Manager Abby Govna and cafe member Sean Cox spoke about their roles in the fair today and how their program impacts Muncie.
The group that we have right now is so special, and you can just see the genuineness of the love and support that we give each other.
It's absolutely beneficial, meeting the people that I talk to that are from all walks of life.
I had such a great time learning about our community and the many services that are offered to improve the quality of life in our area.
Yeah, it's great to know that there are free services provided. Thank you, Avery. After the break, learn about a new study that links COVID and high blood pressure.
And Elon Musk is making changes to Twitter. Next.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. A recent study shows a greater connection between high blood pressure and COVID-19. The study done by the British Heart Foundation says that those with high blood pressure have double the risk of a severe COVID case. Patients dealing with hypertension of 150/90 or higher seem to be at greater risk for COVID-19 despite being vaccinated. The good news, lowering blood pressure can protect you from the risk of COVID. Researchers are hopeful that this information will protect patients from future strands of COVID-19.
Credit card rates are at an all-time high due to the Federal Reserve's war on inflation. Bankrate.com reports the annual percentage rate of the average credit card hit 19.04% as of November 9th. That's the highest since the service's database began in 1985 and beats the previous record on 19% set in 1991. The national average APR for credit cards has also had the biggest increase in a single year at 2.74 percentage points.
Expect to see some people change their employment status on Facebook. Meta, the social media giant's parent company, announced plans to lay off 11,000 of its workers. That is the largest job cut in the company's history. CEO Mark Zuckerberg addressed the issue in a blog post where he apologized for the reduction in employees. Meta ad sales have been affected by various issues, including privacy changes and competition from rivals like TikTok. Last month, Meta posted its second quarterly revenue decline and said its profit is about 50% of what it was last year.
Earlier today in our midday show, we brought you a story about how Elon Musk is rolling out a gray notification checkmark on Twitter. But now, hours later, those new checkmarks have started disappearing. Twitter started giving out the gray checkmarks with the label official early this morning to major media outlets, government accounts, and some public figures. Then the checkmarks started disappearing. When asked about the missing marks, Musk tweeted, "I just killed it. And please note that Twitter will do lots of dumb things in coming months. We will keep what works and change what doesn't." According to a Twitter spokesperson, the gray checkmark will still be part of the Twitter Blue launch. The Twitter Blue subscription service will allow Twitter users to buy a blue checkmark and will no longer verify an identity. The gray checks will replace the blue ones to indicate that someone's identity has been verified. Twitter says they are not giving the label to individuals right now. Elon Musk is also making big changes with Tesla and selling billions of dollars worth of Tesla stock. The government reports that so far Musk has sold nearly $4 billion in stock since buying Twitter on October 27. The Securities and Exchange Commission reported that he waited until November 4th to start selling more Tesla shares. Earlier this year, Musk sold over $15 billion of stock. Recently, Musk admitted that Twitter is losing money since his takeover, as several companies no longer advertise on the platform.
And Disney says it added more than 12 million new subscribers to its streaming service in the fourth quarter, and now has more than 160 million subscribers worldwide, but its streaming service is not yet profitable. It's lost $1.5 billion during the quarter. Disney's fourth quarter earnings sent the company's stock tumbling about 10% yesterday. But the company remains optimistic with its upcoming movie releases. The next Black Panther and Avatar films are expected to be major blockbusters this year.
I hope you all enjoyed these warmer temperatures. We got one more day left of it, and then big changes on the way. I have all that in my full forecast after the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. It's currently 9:14. We're looking at a live shot of campus, and it was a pretty sunny day today, pretty warm. I actually went outside on a run. Haven't done that in a little while, so I enjoyed it.
This morning I did wear my coat, but as it started to get into the afternoon, I did just only wear a shirt because it was warm enough.
Yeah, I could wear shorts. I mean, I was honestly very surprised that this was happening in November,
Yeah.
but I've heard that the temperatures are about to get colder, which I'm kind of excited
I'm not
for.
a fan.
I'm sure you aren't, but I'm excited. So, Ryan, what are we expecting in the further weeks?
Yes, you are certainly correct there. We are going to be seeing much cooler temperatures, Catherine, but I'll get to that in just a moment. Look, it's going to start out as windy on Friday, but then when that cold front comes through, we're going to see 30s for highs. Yes, we're not going to get out to 30s. And of course, on Tuesday next week, we're going to see pretty much some snow in the area. More on that in just a few seconds. But we are 75 degrees today. It was our high. 78 degrees was our record high, not very far off from that. And 54 degrees was, of course, we were much above average from there. We're not going to come anywhere close to that in the next couple of days. Temperature is 63 degrees, Muncie, 60 degrees in Indianapolis, 56 in Terre Haute, 74 are still in St. Louis at this hour. It's much warmer than we were at this time 24 hours ago, as we were 15 to 20 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. Of course, this temperature tomorrow, 75 degrees, but take a look at Saturday, guys. This is not a joke. 38 degrees. That's all I can muster up for you. 38 degrees, guys. That's all it's going to be our high for on Saturday. Temperatures look nice out there right now. I mean, radar looks nice out there right now. But then I'm going to take yourself out here to the west, so you're going to see that, pardon me, we're going to see that we got some snow showers out here out in Wyoming and parts of Denver and parts of Salt Lake City and Utah. That system's going to be coming in our area as we go throughout the next couple of days. It's not going to bring a whole lot of rain or even snow in that case, but we are going to time that out a little bit for you. As you see here, as we go through Friday afternoon, you're going to see some rain right on the edge here of Muncie. We're not going to see a whole lot of rain, but it's enough that we could wet the ground. Maybe have your umbrella with you. Then we're going to dry out as we go through the weekend and the early parts of Monday. Then guess what, guys? We're going to see those clouds come right on back. And guess what? On Tuesday, we're going to see our favorite stuff, the white stuff, snow. Yes, we're going to see that as we go throughout the course of the day on Tuesday. I know a lot of people are not looking forward to that snow, but it's not going to be short-lived. It's going to be short-lived, but the cold weather is going to stick around. Another thing that's going to be a problem, those winds. Yes, we're going to see those winds pick up as we go throughout the day. It's going to be calm on Friday morning, but then we're going to see it pick up. Look at it. It's going to be coming out of the northwest at 20 to 25 miles an hour as we go throughout the day on Friday, as that cold front comes throughout the area. 58 degrees is going to be our temperature at 11 o'clock tonight. But we're going to cool off as we go throughout the night, as we're going to stick it in the 50s. That's going to be winds coming out of the south at 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, we're going to see 59 degrees. It's going to be our temperature to start the day. We're going to warm up to 75 degrees. Enjoy it, because we got one more day left of that before big changes on the way. Thanksgiving is going to be 15 days away, and I know I'm looking forward to that with the macaroni and cheese, turkey, and dressing. But I'm not looking forward to these temperatures being cool, as you see. One more day left of that on Thursday, 75 degrees, and look at this, guys. 40s. That's all we can muster up for you all as we go throughout next week. Look at those overnight lows, guys. Ooh, my goodness. Just thinking about that makes me feel cold. 23 degrees is our low temperature on Sunday morning, 24 on Monday. Yes, that's what's coming. These temperatures are going to hit us like a brick wall. And you're going to notice that as we go outside on Friday morning. No, not Friday morning, but Friday evening as that cold front comes through the area.
I gotta pull out my big boy boots. I don't know about y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, my big boy coat.
I'm gonna enjoy these last 2 days of warm weather, and then I'm gonna wear my coat, and I don't know. I'm a little excited for the colder weather. I know you're not.
I gotta go back home.
Thanksgiving.
Get my jacket.
I want the cold weather and Thanksgiving. December
I'm ready for that Thanksgiving
coming.
food. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me
my mama
too.
make some good dressing.
Well,
Good turkey.
Ryan. Now over to Andy with sports.
Thanks, guys. I'm ready for Thanksgiving too, but right now, one high school cross-country runner ends her spectacular season. Plus, we catch up with one club at Ball State. All this and more next in sports.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously. Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
Welcome back to Newslink, Indiana. I'm Andy Newman with sports. The IHSAA state finals for cross country has wrapped up. Newslink, Indiana's Bryce Simsevich caught up with one Delaware County junior following her season.
Your runner-up today, second place with a time of 17:17.5 from Delta High School, Nikki Sutherland.
An outstanding back-to-back runner-up placement in the IHSAA state finals for Delta junior Nikki Sutherland. On October 29th, the storied upperclassman runs an outstanding 17-minute, 17.5-second race to earn her the second spot on the podium behind first-place finisher Lily Cridge. Sutherland feels that what she did throughout the season helped her get to where she is now.
I worked really hard in workouts, and I was pushed by the boys. I did workouts with them, and they like to go at a fast pace, and so I kind of got used to the state level competition that I would be up against.
Running at Delta High School has given Sutherland the environment she needs with the support and competitive nature of her teammates. Delta girls cross-country head coach Mackenzie Dye Conley explains how influential Sutherland's peers have been on her success.
They do truly enjoy seeing her successes just as much as I do and as much as her parents do. And I think that's been really important for her to have people she really enjoys running with, even if she doesn't get to do workouts with them all the time or race against them.
Now heading into her senior year, Sutherland looks to hone her craft and become a better runner than she has been in the past 3 years, with hopes that maybe one day she can run at the collegiate level.
Just continue to train really hard and keep my goals in mind, and maybe try to train at a little faster paces this coming year.
Senior year can't come soon enough for Sutherland, as she's eager to get over the second place hump. In Muncie, Bryce Simsevich, Newslink, Indiana.
The Ball State Quidditch team has completed their final tournaments for the fall season with an overall record of 2-6. But what exactly is Quidditch? Newslink, Indiana's Ben Johnson finds out more about the sport, how it's played, and the people who play it.
No, they don't fly, and the bludgers are dodgeballs. But those aren't the only differences in the way Quidditch, or quadball, is played between the Harry Potter books and in the real world.
Chasers and the keeper interact with the quad ball, the quaffle, and they throw it around. They're trying to score it through the hoops for 10 points. The beaters use dodgeballs, and if they hit people, it knocks them out of the game. At 20 minutes, the snitch is released, which is just somebody with like a tail on their back, and they're defending it. They're like a paid official at tournaments.
The members of the squad all feel as if the sport was made for anybody.
I really love the people and the community it draws. It's very accepting and open towards any identities or anybody who wants to just have a fun time.
And while the team did not win either of their fall tournaments, they believe that their chances next semester will be better.
It was a big learning curve for us because most of our team is new with the exception of like a few players. So as the tournaments went on, each match, each one we got consistently better, and going into regionals, it was the same thing. Each game just kept getting better and better.
The Quidditch team will start up play once again in the spring for a series of tournaments. In Muncie, Ben Johnson, Newslink, Indiana.
As one team wraps up their season, another program at Ball State heads towards the end of theirs as well. Ball State football faces off against a MAC West opponent in the Toledo Rockets last night in Ohio. The game varied back and forth as both teams exchanged leads throughout the matchup. But it's the Toledo Rockets who pull away at the last minute with a touchdown to defeat the Cardinals 28-21. Ball State will be back in action next Tuesday for their final home game of the year in with the Ohio Bobcats. And guys, looking back at that Quidditch story, super cool to see that this game is being played here at Ball State. I didn't even know that it was actually a thing and being played in real life.
No, it's great to know that Ball State is having sports outside of those mainstream sports that we usually talk about. So thank you so much, Andy, for that. Coming up next on Newslink Indiana's Paris Inningfold joins us with your campus coverage.
Plus, we'll take one final look at weather.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Newslink Indiana. My name is Paris Inningfold, and this is your campus coverage. Last night, Ball State's College of Communications, Media, and Information held a live career panel for students. Students had the opportunity to hear from recent CCIM alumni and grad students about life post-graduation. The panelists discussed topics such as networking, internships, and even spoke about their personal job experiences. The panel gave students insight to potential career paths while encouraging them to make the most out of their college experience. Senior Alex Bracken gave his thoughts on the event.
Give me a good insight into how people got into their current jobs, and just everybody's path is different, and a lot of the paths seemed like things they weren't really expecting, but everything worked out in the end, and they ended up a place where they feel like their contributions are valuable and that they're happy there.
If you're interested in more events like this, CCIM is hosting a career and internship fair Thursday next week in the Letterman Building from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Thank you so much, Paris. Now to a final look at weather.
Yes, we're going to be seeing temperatures one more day, and it's temperatures in the 70s. And then we could get hit like a brick wall when it comes to Saturday and Sunday. The temperature is going to struggle to get out of the 30s. And then we're not going to warm up very much as we go throughout the week. We can even see some snow on Tuesday as we go through the course of the week. So yes, enjoy those summer-like temperatures, because even those overnight lows are going to be pretty chilly as well. So enjoy this while you still can.
Thank you, Ryan. That's all tonight for Newslink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the Newslink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.